ho ho! Merry economics to all who celebrate. And Christmas as well, I guess. Today, Gulnara and I will make our obligatory Christmas video. We've decided to steer away from tired discussions of why you should give money instead of a gift for Christmas. But if you want to hear that video, comment below and we'll take it under advisement.
Instead, we will focus on the idea of mandatory Christmas holidays. Christmas Day is a glorious day of the year. Presents, families, Santa hats, and lots of chocolate. But does it make sense for government to enforce a day of leave on Christmas Day? Don't get us wrong, the day off is great, but there is always an opportunity cost associated with the policy choice, and it is only by making that clear that we can make up our own minds about whether this should be enforced or not.
With that, let's get underway.
Picture this. It is Christmas Day and it's snowing outside. You are sitting alone in a one-bedroom apartment. Your family has gone on holiday in New Zealand to enjoy a summery Christmas. You worked at your local supermarket until 6 p.m. last night when they closed for Christmas. You have tried to work every hour you can to save up some money, but today you are sitting here bored. Down the hallway is a couple with 2 kids and all their parents visiting. The husband tried to cook a turkey but lost sight of it after a few too many drinks. So now there is no meat for Christmas dinner. With all stores closed, there isn't much that can be done to make the day better. In this story, there is a clear double coincidence of wants. There is a young individual who is eager to work and a family who is eager to purchase. But due to government edict, they are unable to undertake a transaction they would both value. To my mind, there are 2 reasons why you may think it is reasonable to enforce a compulsory break from work that prevents these fine people from trading with each other. Firstly, you believe that, in the absence of the enforced leave, the young supermarket worker would not be able to take leave. Secondly, you believe that compulsory leave is necessary to deal with coordination failures between families or within organizations. So why do I disagree? For the first case, I want to make clear that I'm not suggesting a reduction in mandatory leave provisions. Making Christmas non-mandatory should coincide with an increase in annual leave balances to compensate. In this way, the work and the employee get the choice about how to best allocate leave, and they can organize in order to best meet the needs of their dear customers. For the second case, I find the idea that workplaces and families require edicts from government in order to organize time off to be a bit ridiculous. If a workplace is filled with employees that want to celebrate Christmas, and leave legislation gives workers sufficient power to request this time off, then the business would close for Christmas in the absence of government regulations. Furthermore, if families want to spend time together for Christmas, then they can take leave and do just that. If anything, the fact that some individuals and workplaces would still operate on the basis of workers being willing to work at this time would make the Christmas celebration that much easier and more enjoyable for everyone involved.
Thanks, Gulnara. I think you make a good case that, for many people, allowing Christmas trading might seem like a relief. And those rare occasions when you've forgotten to purchase enough cherries for your Christmas cake, or burnt the turkey after having a few too many of your older brother's expensive high alcohol beers, for example. However, there are individuals that are not in a comfortable situation where they can reject the demands of their employers. Let's look more closely at our young supermarket worker. Why were they at home alone and not on holiday with their family? It may be the case that they didn't want to be with their family, or they had another holiday planned on the near-term horizon. However, it may also be the case that the supermarket was inflexible about allowing the young worker to have leave around Christmas, and so the option of spending time with their family was not available. In the context of firms with significant power over their employees, it will be the case that the firm determines when leave occurs, not the employee. Compulsory holidays can make up for this by dealing with unavoidable power imbalances, and thereby allowing families to catch up who would in other circumstances not be able to. And yet it's not just the risk of exploitation that makes the removal of Christmas holidays a potential concern. Even the drunk chef would miss something about not having a day that was purely about celebration of family, where the vast majority of individuals in their community are not expected to work. Even if we accepted the idea that there are not coordination games within families, which is a stretch, the coordination game that we are likely more concerned about when determining Christmas leave is much larger. The state of the world, that is Christmas, is not something we can easily organize amongst ourselves. The rest of the community lying on the beach, your neighbor watering the lawn with their blurry eyes at 7 a.m. after a far too drunken Christmas Eve, the empty offices, and the filled parks. To enjoy this state of the world, there needs to be some central coordination. Furthermore, given the state of the world, it can help build up a feeling of community and shared experience that has tangible spillovers on the sense of self that that community has and the happiness of the people within it.
In this video, Matt and I discussed the case for and against compulsory Christmas leave. Between the two of us, we are not sure which case is more compelling, and as most economists say, we believe this is an empirical question.
However, when it comes to people's values, it is not just an empirical question. It also involves asking what different people truly value. The advantage of allowing trade is that people reveal what they value, and when there are coordination failures or spillovers, that falls down, as people's choices need not represent that overall. As a result, it would be great if you could pop your thoughts about which argument you preferred in the comments down below.
And with that, we would like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, and we will see you all again in 2023.